Hello everybody, today's knife is the Extremena Cabritera, a traditional Spanish style, but there may be a bit more to this knife than meets the eye. Okay, so this is how the knife comes, just in a printed cardboard box with the brand name Extremena. We open it up and inside the knife is wrapped in a little bit of bubble wrap. Then the first thing you notice when you take it out is that the handle is completely bare wood. It was advertised as being natural Bubinga. That's a good word, isn't it? Bubinga. A natural meaning, as you can see, completely untreated, no varnish, no stain, nothing. I'll just show you a close-up of that so you can see it properly. And then when we open the knife, we've got leaf-shaped blade, the open L style Giro block locking ring, which locks open and closed. You may notice because the handle is bare wood, it's already starting to get a bit marked and a bit grubby. So I think before we get into the specs and my opinions of the knife, we just need to do something about that. Now, before I show you what I did with the handle, I need to have a little chat. I filmed that section of the review pretty much immediately after taking delivery of the knife, because I wanted to do something about the handle. I bought a second Extremena knife at the same time, slightly different design, and that was for a gift for Knife Techs. If you follow Knife Tech's channel, you'll have seen the knife already. I think that was a Punta Classica, or words to that effect. But slightly different handle and a clip point. Now, Knife Techs said he didn't know anything about these knives, and he did a bit of research. And what he's come up with is a very strong suggestion that these are actually Chinese made knives. I had to look at the information that Knife Tech sent me, and I did some research myself. And what it appears to be is that this brand, Extremena, is owned by Martinez Alba Inox. A company in Albacete in Spain. But they don't appear to be a manufacturer. They appear to be a distributor of a number of brands. They do have a brand that's just called Martinez, and the catalogue for that brand states on the front that those knives are made in Spain. On the website I bought the knife from, it does say the knife is made in Spain. And there's another Spanish retailer that narrows it down further and says they're made in Extremadura. But I can't find anything that's 100% proof of whether they are Spanish made or not. One of the things Knife Techs found was a comment on a blade forum from a guy who lives in Spain and he says he knows they're not made in Spain and they are made in China. So I haven't been able to prove it either way, but I think the evidence suggests they probably are Chinese made, if for no other reason that if a company in Spain was making them in Spain, I think they would make sure everybody knew they were made in Spain. So I think you're going to have to reach your own conclusion. Personally, I think on balance they're not Spanish made, albeit they are in a Spanish style. So let's get on with the review and see what I did with the handle. So here we have the knife after I've beeswaxed the handle. I think it looks much better. I'll just show you before and after. Quite a simple way to treat a wooden handle. Fairly clean process. Doesn't take long, and I think the results are nice. That's only one coat, and I will do another coat when I get round to it. So let's get into the specs. The blade is 3 1/8 of an inch from the handle to the tip, which is 80mm near enough. The handle is about 110mm, or 4 3/8 in English. The fit and finish is something of a concern. The reason I say that is that I paid £18 for this knife, and it's only when I did more research into its origins that I realised that the various Spanish distributors tend to sell these for €7, €8, €9. So I've paid over the odds, I think. Given the solid wood handle, the carbon steel blade and the locking collar, the obvious direct comparison is an Opinel. And the quality, to be honest, on this one simply isn't up to it. The main problem is that the locking ring is a bit bent and distorted. It doesn't stop it operating as it should, but it's not as smooth as it could be. On one side the locking collar fits well, but the other side is bent slightly out of shape. Let's have a look at the edge. Just usual piece of catalogue paper. The factory edge is quite good, and being a flat ground carbon steel blade with a very small edge bevel, it would be very easy to get that razor sharp. But that's certainly good enough out of the box. And for all I have concluded, following a bit of a nudge from Knife Techs, that this is a Chinese made knife, the blade quality is fine. that will be razor sharp once I've had a tickle. Another coat of beeswax and that handle will be lovely. But when you see how consistent Opinel quality is, that handle should have been lovely out of the box for the price, and the sharp blade could have been razor sharp out of the box. And also I think it's a bit poor that it's not made clear exactly where these knives are manufactured. Good comfortable handle. The model number, if you're interested in one of these, this particular one is 01523. When you look on the locking collar, it says it's a number 7, and there's a little logo there which some people say is an acorn, and some people say it's a person's head with a beret on top. I'm undecided. I think on balance it's probably a poor picture of an acorn rather than a poor picture of a geezer in a beret. So, can I recommend these knives? Not at 18 quid. If you can find one for £7 or £8, then fair enough. So this one, it's an interesting knife for the collection. I do like this leaf shape, and I do like these general simple traditional styles with a solid handle and a carbon steel blade. But as suggested by Knife Techs and as my research has supported, probably not what it appears to be. You can still cut your veggies with it though. Thanks for watching.